discriminate what's real, I started by saying, how am I going to do this? What has capacity to determine what's real? Certainly the unreal couldn't, because it's just not there to determine anything. So the definition, or one of the characteristics of something that's real, is that it's always, whatever it is, it's always that. It doesn't vary from that. And it can't be an objective kind of thing. So the only way I know to kind of go at it is I got to find out. It's more a who than a what. Because if it's a what, it's going to be something. It's got to be objective. If it's a what. So it seems like determining reality has its basis in knowing who I am. And as I inquire who I am, there's a tendency to look for who I am, like a thing. But then that's not inquiring. I think the thing that's kind of got my attention today is I've kind of got a cold or something, and I don't get sick very often. So it kind of has a novelty to have the body sort of, aching and sort of spacey. It's kind of an interesting thing to actually play around with a little bit. Because it's like I normally don't. The body just sort of works and behaves itself. It's not a problem. But today it's kind of a problem. So I'm looking at these sensations. Are they real? Even though they may be very uncomfortable, throat is really sore, have a bad headache, all that kind of stuff. Well, by the definition that it's got to be constant, thank goodness it's not real. Because it wasn't there a couple of days ago.
So you're not this thing called the body.
No.
And you're not cooped up in it.
It seems like there's something cooped up in it.
Are you that something?
I don't think so. Because I can't find where that something is. There's like a vague notion. It's not like, I'm in here and I'm suffering. It's not at all like that. It's more...
What's in the body is more of the body. And the whole of it is said to be pervaded by prana. But you're not that.
No, because I know I'm observing it, and I'm not it.
So you're not the body, and you're not in the body. And all the so-called experience based on being a body, being in the body, having certain bodily attributes, all that experience is entirely illusory. And all the conceptions or mental modes based on the dependability of the body, due to long-standing habit, long-standing in the relative sense of the body's age, not in terms of ages of time, due to the long-standing habit or long-standing being accustomed to a particular mode of the body, one thinks of it as being dependable, and the sensations thereof are thought to be real. But it's actually so fragile and changes so easily. And those so-called experiences through the senses are not real at all.
I ask myself, why does it matter to me at all, whatever the state the body is in? I mean, why is that even of an interest to me? And it is, well, no, it's not of that much interest. It's more like a mild interest, like keeping the house clean or something. It has
some utilitarian purpose.
It does. But if I ask, well, who does it matter to? It would only matter to me if I thought that that's who I was those sensations. So then the obvious question is then, well, what does matter to me? What's important to me? And it's not trying to figure out what's going on with this body. I don't seem to have any control over it other than just someone who can do some caretaking or maintenance. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot of. So if what matters to me is being happy, it's a sure bet not to look in the body.
It's not dependable.
No.
And even when things are going well with it, it's not your source of happiness.
No. At best, it's pleasant. For pleasure.
For dependable happiness, it's best to rely on something that is perpetually existent. That means something without birth and death. It is best to rely on something that does not appear or disappear. And that means something that is utterly non-objective. And it is best to rely on something that is always with you. And that means you yourself.
So I started to ask, how do I know I'm with myself? Or how does this come about that I always know?
You couldn't raise the question if it were not so.
No, it's just the way it is. I can't even get apart from myself to ask myself the question. If I'm really asking myself the question from myself, it's really kind of a silly question.
It's at best redundant.
It will only affirm
that's already obvious.
Yeah.
So self-realization or liberation is always based on the self-existent, on the ever-existent. And it is for this reason that Sri Bhagavan said, what is not eternal is not worth seeking.
Yeah, it would only be done out of ignorance to think. So if I examine my sense of who I am, like trying to find any quality to it, like a beginning or an end, so that's like temporal qualities, or does it have any connection to, or it's even better, it's just ask who's looking. That's just much more direct.